All right, let's talk about your forecasts for the next 24 to 48 hours. We've got a little bit more rain to talk about as we push into this weekend, but in northwest Arkansas, we're mostly cloudy right now. We've had a couple breaks. Those have been nice, but we do have a little bit more rain to talk about. Clouds are going to be thickening off towards our west and getting a little bit lower. We're talking about another patchy, drizzly, misty, kind of foggy night ahead of us as the clouds do get lower in the sky. So we're not completely done yet with some of that rain. In the River Valley, we've got mostly cloudy skies right now, but shower chances will increase later tonight. Here's a look just area-wide with our satellite and radar. We've had that front mainly pass on through. It really hasn't been that particularly strong of a front, but we do have the clouds right towards the west. I know it's very hard to see right now, but we do have some of these clouds that are starting to thicken up and lower in the sky a little bit, and that's going to be the case for the overnight hours. But I think by tomorrow morning, as you're waking up and headed out the door, there could be some patchy fog. We'll wake up in the 40s in northwest Arkansas, but we'll head to the low 60s. We've got some 60s in the forecast tomorrow throughout the River Valley, and we should get a little bit more sun. There's going to be times tomorrow where it gets really sunny, and then other times where the clouds kind of come back in. So we've got a mix throughout tomorrow. But even with some of that sun, we should get to the 60s by the afternoon. Here's a look at Futurecast. Clouds continue for the rest of this evening, but we may have some of that patchy drizzle. I think especially where the terrain is a little bit higher, so that would include the mountains and include parts of northwest Arkansas. And it would include parts of the terrain as you get a little bit farther south of Greenwood, as you get closer to Waldron. We may have some of that patchy mist and drizzle in Paris and Boonville, maybe even Poto tonight. But by tomorrow morning, that's gone. There could be some patchy fog, but then we'll have just a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day with more rain coming in late tomorrow night and into Saturday. Saturday is our next chance for some rain, and it's going to come down. We've got another inch of rain possibly heading towards us, and we've got a lot of parades going on. Of course, any weekend as you get closer to the Christmas holiday, it's busy, right? Well, the Forest Smith Christmas Parade, which we'll be at, that thing starts at 3 o'clock. We could have some light rain still reporting. The heavier stuff will be in the morning, but there may be some patchy drizzle later into the evening, right around 3 o'clock, but it will be ending, so that's some good news. This Garrison Avenue is going to be wet, but at least the heavy rain will be moving out, and that light drizzle will also be slowly pushing out too. In northwest Arkansas, we've got the Bentonville Christmas Parade. That's at 6. It does look like most of the rain should be out of here by then, but the streets may still be wet as you go on Walton and you head towards the square, so keep that in mind. But overall, tomorrow night and into Saturday, we've got another inch of rain probably coming our way, but at least it's mainly in the morning. If you've got evening plans, things are going to still be damp, but most of the rain will head out on here, and then Sunday looks pretty nice. Here's a closer look at some of the parades. You know, still could be a lingering shower in the afternoon. At least it's not going to be heavy anymore, and then we'll dry out. Next week, though, we've got more rain chances ahead and maybe a few thunderstorms. However, there is an update. It looks like the timing for the thunderstorms could be in the late morning for us, which is good, and also the storm threat has slowly pushed a little bit farther south, so we'll continue to watch that closely for next week. But it is going to bring a cold front that's going to knock us down next week. But after that front, we've got a stretch of some dry weather. We've actually got sunshine in the forecast. Isn't that crazy? What is that?
I saw a little glimpse of it today, and I was just like,
we needed that.
We need you.
We needed that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Matt. Well, thanks.
Still ahead here, a Brazilian man plans to break his old juggling record while in Qatar for the World Cup. We'll have that story coming up after the break.